Hello everyone. I'm so glad you have joined me today for my Fabulous Friday idea. For today's project, I am using the Masterfully Made, I left out designer series paper. I took it off there, but it's the design DSP. So this has some great colors. I'll be honest with you, this is the piece that I've seen used that made me buy this. I've struggled with some of this, but I'm going to show you some ways that you can use it today. If you're looking for the picture of the completed project, it will be posted on my blog at a later, or on my blog, and the link will be in the information section below. Okay, for today's card, I am using Nature's Prints, and I'm only using the hello there, nothing else. So it was for my sentiment. I'm using Pretty Peacock ink, and I'm going to use maybe some of this glittered ribbon. This is in the online exclusives that you can get. And now for my card, I am using a piece of fresh freesia that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. A piece of that designer series paper that's 4 by 5 1/4. This is the pattern I'm using. I have a piece of Pretty Peacock that's 2 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of the pattern paper. It's the back side to one of these. Which one is it? Not that one. It's the back side to the one that's coming up. No, it's the back side to one that is the strip in the middle. It's that weird piece that has the flowers on it at the top and the bottom, and then there's a piece in the middle. I use the piece in the middle. So cut your bottom and top off and then go from there. All right. I have another piece of Pretty Peacock that's 1 5/8 by 4. I have a piece of that paper that I absolutely love out of there that's 1 1/2 by 5. Nope, 4, sorry. That's 4. That's not 5. Take that off. So it's 1 1/2 by 4. I don't know where I got the 5 from. I have a piece of Pretty Peacock that's 1 5/8 by 1 7/8. And I have a piece of white that's 1 1/2 by 1 3/4. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put some layers together. So I'm gonna set this aside because this is for my sentiment. And I'm gonna take my pieces off of here because we're gonna put these, ooh, sorry, I hit the camera. We're gonna put these pieces together. Okay, now this card is done in landscape, not portrait. So when you cut your paper, your DSP, keep that in mind. I cut this one because I cut it this way. You probably could use it either way because it's an all over pattern. But when you put it down, watch it and see what you think. And just go with the one that you think works. All right, so I'm going to, I always fold it and then open it up so that way I can see that fold line and I can get this centered. All right, I debated about whether to put this on white, but it didn't look right. So, all right, this piece goes on next. Now this has a bunch of writing on it, and that writing does have a direction. So keep that in mind when you go to put this on your card base. If I can pick it up. You have to kind of look at it. Sometimes you have to see letters. Sometimes there are words. All right, let's see. There's, I think it's about what you do, so something like that. So this is the right side up. So when you put that on your card, keep that in mind. It's a minor thing, but you know, if somebody tries to read it, they're going to say this is on wrong. All right, and this is put in the middle, and it's the same width as your base DSP. Now this piece goes on next. All right. And I'm just going to add this on here to get it. It's the same length, but the sides are different. And this one's just a tiny bit longer. So I'm going to pull in my scissors. I'm going to trim it off like so. All right, so I've got that. Now, this again, watch your pattern. It has to go on this way or it's upside down. So let me do this. And I'm gonna close this up, my glue, just so it doesn't clog up on me. And then this piece is gonna go over here, and it's the same height as that background piece of DSP. So there's what we have so far. Now it's time for our sentiment layer. This is a quick and easy card. It can be done with any paper you have. All right. Well, that's not good. I don't need that on there. Let me do that over the trash can so I can get rid of it in the trash can and not somewhere that it shouldn't be. All right. And that still doesn't look inked up. Now it is. All right. So I'm going to set this down as straight as I can get it. All right, hold on. Let me test it. If I go straight down, all right, it's a little high on the one side. So I'm going to pull it down some, just at an angle. Always test it to see how it goes. All right, and then this piece is going to go on here, and I have to be very careful because my pad's messed up, and when that happens, it isn't always, it's easy to smear because the glue doesn't, or the ink doesn't dry fast. Okay, so I've got this on here, and again, it's a little tiny border. You probably can't see it, but I can, like so. All right, now this I'm going to put on with dimensionals. Excuse me. Yeah. There we go. And I'm flipping it around so my wide edge is always out. I'm not going to worry about the center this time. And I'm going to take my backs off. And I'm going to put that on my card. Now, I felt it needed some bling, so to speak. All right, so that's why I decided to use, excuse me, this sparkle ribbon. And I'm going to tie a bow. Excuse me. All right. And that's twisted on me, so I have to straighten it out. I always start my bows really tiny for this kind of ribbon because by the time you pull it tight, you have the perfect size bow. All right, I'm gonna angle cut that. I'm gonna angle cut that one. And let me get my dimensionals. Sorry, I said dimensionals, but I meant glue dots because I'm going to put this on with glue dots. Now, when I do this, I always interview each side. This side looks so much prettier, so that's going to be my front. And I'm going to pull this down, and I'm going to add my glue dot on the back, and I'm going to put one over here. And I'm putting my glue dots on each side of the knot. And then I think I'm just going to add it right there, like so. I thought I had some fresh freesia ribbon, but I didn't. So I had to go with this one. And there's the card for today. And make sure you decorate the inside and the envelope. Now what I did was I looked at my stamp set, and this flower comes from Two-Tone Flora, and I thought it was similar to the ones on the front, so I used it in the two colors. This is Berry Burst and this is Fresh Freesia. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button below and subscribe to my channel. If you click the bell, it will notify you when I upload videos. I would appreciate your support in helping me reach my goal of 600 subscribers. Feel free to share this. I know you have some crafty friends that would love to see this idea. Have a fabulous Friday. Bye.